Hello girlfriends and welcome to my video. I am Mickey B. Have we met? If not, it's nice to meet you. Welcome to my video. I'm glad you decided to join me today. Today is week 5 for my rehabilitation, and that is the process of getting my hair back in a healthy state. Trying to close up the bald spot. Well, it's been down too far. So hopefully I'm getting a good representation. All right, and let's look at the back. This is what we're working with, my edges. Now I feel like I've seen more progress in this area than in this area, so we're still working on it. See, there's not a whole lot to pull here, but we'll see. And you see the gray is coming on out. This is week 5, so if you go back for the last 4 weeks, you'll see, I don't know, maybe not as much, or I feel like it's definitely more. I have to look back myself, but my hair is loving this. You see it's all moisturized. It looks dark and juicy. Like the color is very intense on this end, you know, of my hair versus here, obviously. But it's really liking this process that I'm doing, and it's staying detangled for the most part. You can see the strands are really loving it. So what I'm going to do off camera real quick, just to not drag this out, because tonight is Sunday and it is deep condition night as well as moisturize. So I'm going to take this clip out. I'm going to go ahead and detangle. Now this is the first time that I'm going to take a comb and put it through my hair since I've been doing this, and I'm also going to put on my little Dollar Tree poncho that I got. You see I use it for my henna, that's why it's already scarred up. I keep this when I'm doing messy treatment so I don't get it on my clothes as much as possible. Even though this is an old shirt that I just cut up to use, it's designated as you can get it messed up because you're doing your hair shirt. But I'm going to put that poncho on it as well so I don't get all that product all over my skin. But I'm going to go off camera and detangle both sections, and then I'll come back and just go through the regular Sunday night process just to kind of quicken things up tonight. So I'll see you shortly. Okay, I just came back really quick to show you guys that I'm getting ready to, like I said, put a comb through it. I'm just going to use my little pick, and that should be sufficient. But I just wanted to show you that I've wet it all the way. Like I've wet both sides, and I've wet like deep into my roots because I need them to be moist and ready to be detangled. So I'm mashing this against my head like this as I'm spraying it in there to make sure it penetrates my roots so that they get nice and moist. And what I'm also going to do to help facilitate a pleasant detangling session, because that's what I'll call this, once I make sure my roots are really saturated with this, is I'm going to take some olive oil and run it on both sides of my hair. So I'm gonna take some olive oil right here and then just put a good amount of it on my hand, because olive oil is also good for detangling. Normally if you give your hair like I did this back in the day where I would put the olive oil on my hair the night before I was going to take my twists out, and that would help them to slide out really a lot easier than normal. So I'm hoping that that will work for this detangling session, because I will say honestly, like my ends are nice and cool, but it's the roots that I feel might be a little bit resistant to this process, or might not go as smoothly as everything else, because I feel it in my roots where it's a little It's not matted or anything, but it definitely feels like there hasn't been a comb run through it. And it's mostly like up in this part right here, not so much over the whole head. But look at the texture that my hair is getting just from doing this every week. Granted, I'm not wearing it down or anything, but just, you know, it really seems to like this process a lot. Don't you think? Look at that. Look at the texture. Well, I guess it doesn't kind of look like too much close up. But anyways, I'm not going to ramble because I don't want this to be too long, but I just wanted to show you. I'm putting olive oil in it to help try and quicken this detangling process. And when I'm fully detangled, I'll be back to go ahead and start for real this time. Okay, I am all finished detangling my hair. And that was not as bad as I thought. And it has been 4 weeks since I've detangled. And this is how much hair that came out. That might look like a lot to some, maybe not to others, but to me, it's not alarming. I think it is what it is. I haven't put a comb through my hair in 4 weeks, so I think that that's reasonable. And my hair definitely felt a lot stronger as I was detangling. And what I did was I made sure I wetted good in the roots, and I used my little spritzer, and this has a Tresemme hair conditioner, and that always helps to detangle my hair. It's a good detangling shampoo. Probably herbal essences as well, because it's a nice thick luxurious and rich formula that really gets in there. But that's Tresemme with water and oil, and I made sure I just penetrated the roots if it started to act like it didn't want to detangle. And then I used my pick, and I just used it started at the ends, and when it felt like I got a snag, I would just not use this, but take my hand and slide through, because there was enough moisture and oils and conditioner on there to allow my hands to go through it and break up the tangle. And then take the pick and go through it and complete the detangling. So now we can go ahead and start with the process. My hair is already nice and dampened, so we don't need to do that again, or I don't need to do that again. And I can just get right to my hair food, and that's this little enriched with vitamin E hair food natural herbal oil formula. And these I just got from the Dollar Tree, and I have it mixed with my yellow oil that I feel definitely stimulates growth, because it's like a super concentrated version of like a eucalyptus type of oil, which I know contributes to hair growth. So that's mixed in with my yellow oil, so we're just going to go through, and I'm not using too much because it is pretty strong, and I want to maintain my detangling that I just did. So we're going to get through these sections as quickly as we can without messing up my good detangling session. Now, like I said in my last video, I do believe that I'm getting length retention from doing this, even though that's not my goal, that's not my objective in doing so. But I definitely feel like my hair is growing as a result, quite the opposite of what I'm, trying to achieve here. I wasn't going for length. Normally I would be, but in this case, like I said, I'm only trying to fill in the baldy up here and get that back in good health. So, I forgot what I was going to talk about on this video, but I'll just try to fudge my way through to keep you entertained somewhat. I'm almost finished with my creamy mixture here. I thought I was going to finish last week, but apparently See, and I'm not using that much, and that's a big clue or a hint. Like, I'm not just killing my hair with product at all by any means, especially doing it on a regular basis. It's not even necessary because my hair is maintaining what I'm doing to it each week, and doing it twice a week has just been amazing. Like, look at that. I think it really likes it. I feel like it's really responding to it, because I've neglected my hair for so long. I can totally tell the difference in how it's feeling and looking. And what I like most about doing this over a period of time is even though it's like a lot of product being slapped on there and being absorbed by my hair, it gives my hair a little bit more weight than normal because of how much it has thinned out. So I like that feeling of the weight that it gives my hair as well. I need to henna and then I need to wash it. And that's why I haven't washed it yet, because I'm waiting to do my henna treatment, and I've just been really busy, and I just haven't felt, even though I have a condensed version of how I do my henna, I still just dread having to do it, when the time comes. So that's why I haven't washed it yet, and that is also why I'm not going super heavy on the product, because I don't want to feel like I've got a lot of gunk in my hair, and my hair doesn't feel like that at all. It's just, even this grease that I'm using, oops, I didn't mean to do the middle finger. The grease is like even light on my hair, and it's not like, it's like I'm putting enough on here to where it's being soaked up rather quickly. It's not coming off on my clothes or my furniture or my pillowcases or anything like that. I'm using a nice amount that is being maintained or absorbed by my hair, and that's a good thing. So dragging out or stretching out my henna is definitely not a big issue, and being able to do this during this pandemic where I'm home definitely helps as well. So I'm very pleased with this process, and it's proving to me that your hair, no matter what condition it is, can recover if we just invest. Hold on, let me wipe that off. If we just take the time and invest in our hair and stop looking at everybody else's hair and, covering it up with braids and weaves and wigs and all that stuff where you're not allowing your hair to breathe. It just wants to live just like you. And if you take the time and just let it be, just put stuff, just like when you're sick, if you catch something in time, or whenever you catch it, your body is like a growing vessel. It's a living vessel, so it can recover. But you have to take the time and be patient. It didn't take you a week to damage it or get it to the state that it's in, so it's not going to take a week to come out of it, but it will come out of it if you're just consistent and you just give it a break, give it a rest. Rehabilitation, that's what I'm calling it that, because my hair is definitely in rehab, but it's improving. I mean, it's a major difference just from how my moisture levels are in my hair. It's like when I take my braids out every Sunday and Wednesday, I can feel my hair is totally still moisturized and it feels soft. And earlier I was saying how the top of my hair, like this part, felt dry, but my braids definitely maintain the moisture. So what I do now to remedy that is the days, and that was mostly, when it's hot outside, because here in California we have that dry heat. So that was mostly when it's hot. But when that does happen, I just take that's why I have a super concentrated, you see how thick that looks? It's got a lot of conditioner and oils in it. So when my hair does feel dry like that in between my Sunday and Monday sessions, I just go ahead and unravel the braid, but I don't do anything other than unravel it and moisturize it with that mix in the interim, say like on a Tuesday. Well, no, not on a Tuesday. Mostly probably between Wednesday and Sunday, because that's a 4-day stint. But if it happens anytime before, let's say it is between Sunday and Wednesday, I just do that. I just unravel it and I give it a good soak, because the moisture is still in the braid, but it's just getting that scalp, you know, this part. So I just kind of mash it against my scalp and moisturize it like you saw me do tonight or in the beginning of the video. And I do that and make sure that gets moisturized, and then that lasts me until the next session, which I do this. And yeah, it's working. And then braiding to the end like this, I used to hate doing that. I always thought twisting was better, but braiding is better by far. And the reason why I thought braiding wasn't good is because, number one, I was just lazy, because when it came time to take it out, I didn't want to take the time to be patient enough to take it out properly. And I know that's why I didn't like braiding it, whereas twisting, you could just do like this. But that's on a fresh twist where it's still moist, you can get away with it. But as it dries and it twists like that, the twists allow your ends to curl up on each other, and that's where it would just pull my ends out, and that's why they're so thin at the end. But even that's getting better. You can see the ponytail, like the thickness of it. You can see how it's thickening, and I'm hoping to get it thick all the way down. I mean, obviously towards the end there's going to be some thinning, because that's just the natural process of your hair. But I've just been ripping through taking my ends out like that, because I've just been lazy, not wanting to take the time to, you know, really untwist and make sure that it's not knotted up, and I have not been doing that, and my hair has been paying for it. So I don't do that anymore, and that's the other reason why I'm only doing 2 braids, because I can take the time required to unbraid 2 ends versus having about 7 or 8 braids in there. I don't want to spend a lot of time if I don't have to, so wherever I can make things quick and convenient for me, I take advantage of that. So that is why I'm just rocking 2 braids, and it's working for me, and I'm loving it, and my hair is loving it. I can tell, I can feel, and I can see the difference. And that's the other reason that I am doing this every single week. Now on that, if you do not see a video on a Sunday or a Wednesday, which there will be times where you won't, probably this one for example, but I'm still doing my hair. So just know that just because you don't see a video, I'm still doing my hair. It's just I'm behind editing and getting them uploaded, and when I get a chance, then I will edit them and get them uploaded. It might not be on the proper day, but that's what I'm working towards getting better at, is getting them uploaded on the day that they're supposed to be uploaded, which is Wednesday and Sunday. But hopefully what will happen is in time I'll have enough up to where you can just come in on a, you know, just come in anytime and do your hair with me. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, we don't have to be on the same time schedule, you know, as long as it's a Wednesday or a Friday. I'm sorry, or a Sunday. So yeah, I'm working on my scheduling and getting it up. When I say I'm going to get it up, that's my work in progress, that part. But the actual doing of my hair is happening every Sunday and every Wednesday without fail. So when I say I'm doing it on those days, then I am. Now, if I ever make an exception and I don't do it on a Wednesday or a Sunday, The only other time that's happened, I did it on a Monday and a Thursday. So it was still twice that week, but it was not Sunday and Wednesday. But for the purpose of the video, I would just say Sunday and Wednesday, just to keep everything in sync. But that's the only exception. I think I've had to do that once, or maybe for 1 week or 2 weeks, possibly 2 weeks out of the 4. But the bottom line is, I've done it deep condition once a week and a refresh once a week for the last 4 weeks, and it's definitely been paying off. My hair likes it, it's responding to it, and I feel like Baldy up here is doing better. Now what will really be the determining factor for me with Baldy is once I see how it looks after I do my next henna. And that's kind of too, I think, subconsciously why I'm dragging out my henna in addition to being lazy, is because I feel like when I henna, it makes it look more thin. And I don't know why. You would think it would make it look fuller, but I feel like it highlights the bald spot more. So I want to see the next time when I do my henna, if it doesn't look as sparse and thinned out, then I will know for sure that it's doing better, because the gray hair makes it look like it's doing better. But to me, the determining factor will be when I do it after I henna. So there's a lot of things that I'm working on, trying to get up to snuff. And I think I mentioned in one of my last videos as well that I have gained weight that I need to focus on losing. So I've got my exercise down packed. I do that every day without fail. That's easy because I love to exercise. The problem is my sweet tooth and making all these little desserts and little fun things I see on these YouTube videos. Like I tried those cake mix cookies, 3 ingredients, where you take a box of cake mix and you add a 1/2 cup of oil and 2 eggs, and you can add like chocolate chips or whatever, you know, to make like cookies. It is the easiest way to make cookies, where you don't have to measure out all those ingredients like you would normally do. And they are delicious. They're soft and just the way I like a cookie, moist. They stay moist. It's like those cake cookies they sell in the store, the kind that are kind of more fluffy. And I think they sell maybe like 12 in a pack or something. So I've been wanting to try those, and I'm like, let me just try these and get them out of my system, because I have a lot of cake mixes in my pantry that have been sitting there. I don't feel like making a cake. And so when I saw that idea, I'm like, well, let me try that. And of course, they were delicious, which is not good, because now I want to make them. So I've made them twice to get them out of my system, and now I need to get serious about getting back on track with my eating and eliminating sugar, because I've just really gone cuckoo with it. I mean, I'm so far off the beaten track, you wouldn't even know there was a track. So I need to get it together. Summer is coming to a close, or either has closed, and it's time to really think about my health and be smart and responsible and just feel better all around. So that's also something I'm trying to get together. So the discipline and the routine is definitely going to help with that as well. And this gives me something to focus on and take up some time, so that I'm not wanting to go and snack. I feel like this side is longer than this side. When I do like this, you can't really tell, but if you see the ends, well, it may be because it's wet, but sometimes I feel like this side is longer. But eventually too, well now, just before this camera cuts off, now I'm going to put on my shower cap. my fabric cap, and then my hot head and deep condition for 40-45 minutes, however long I get from the hot head once it's been heated, however long the heat lasts. And I'll do that, take that off, and then go to bed. It's probably 11 o'clock now on Sunday. But I was gonna say something, but I forgot just that quickly. So I guess I'll have to save it for the next time. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Thought you were gone, huh? I was gonna say that as my hair grows out, even though that wasn't the goal, but as my hair grows out, I'm gonna eventually cut these ends off. You see how skinny they are? So eventually I'll cut them to where they're thicker, maybe to where they're like this. So, and then as they get thicker and thicker all the way down, then I'll cut them, you know, as they grow out. But for right now though, honestly, my ends are not a problem. They were a problem before. Like I said, they were knotting up and I hated dealing with them. And I always thought that twisting was the best solution, the easiest, but it actually was probably the problem. So now I'm braiding them all the way down, excuse me, and my hair likes it, and it's just liking all of this that I'm doing. And I'm happy about that because, like I said, I didn't panic when I saw the spot, but I definitely was concerned, like, is it something I'm not doing that, you know, the reason why this is happening? Is it just because I've been lazy with it? So let's do an experiment and see if I'm disciplined and do what I'm supposed to do, if I can get it to come back. So let me go ahead and heat up my hot head, and I'll be right back to close this video. All right, let's close this out. I've got my shower. Oops, have to do one final moisturize. Alright, I cleaned my mirror, so I'm trying to keep that nice and clean. So we did my final moisturize, shower cap, fabric cap, and hot head, which is nice and hot. Ooh, you should feel that heat coming out of here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be nice in the winter. When you're cold, you can just do this, deep condition your hair all winter, stay warm. Alright, so thanks for watching, you guys. This is Sunday night, week 5, and we are rolling. I hope you guys are joining in when it's convenient for you, and developing that discipline. That's the goal, so you can see how your hair responds. Again, if you don't see me upload, I'm going to try and have enough uploads to where there's always going to be at least one that you can join in on in case it's like a repeat or something. I want to have enough to give you a variety in which to do so. And also, if you're just joining in and you want to start, just go ahead and start with one that is an even number? An odd number. An odd number would be a Sunday. So if you just wanted to jump in and pick a Sunday, pick an odd number. That's why I'm numbering them, because Sundays, you know, started with a 1. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. And if you're joining in on a Wednesday to do a refresh session, just pick an even number. And that makes it nice and easy. And we'll talk. I'll try to keep the conversation interesting and talk about things that people are truly interested in. I haven't picked back up on the little 17 book yet. I will save that. Eventually I'll get back to it. I don't know how people like that anyways. But anyways, thanks for watching. You guys have a great Sunday, or I hope you had a great Sunday, and I hope you have a great week moving forward. And leave a comment if you have any questions or anything, or if you're joining me, let me know. Let me know if you're seeing results with your hair. So subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and like the video. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. Take care, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.